the golden sayings of Epictetus. "32. What then is the chastisement of those who accept it not? To be as they are. Is any discontented with being alone? Let him be in solitude. Is any discontented with his parents? Let him be a bad son, and lament. Is any discontented with his children? Let him be a bad father. Throw him into prison. What? Prison? Where he is already, for he is there against his will, and wherever a man is against his will, that to him is a prison. Thus Socrates was not in prison, since he was there with his own consent." 33. "Knowest thou what a speck thou art in comparison with the universe? That is, with respect to the body, since with respect to reason thou art not inferior to the gods, nor less than they, for the greatness of reason is not measured by length and height, but by the resolves of the mind. Place then thy happiness in that wherein thou art equal to the gods." 34. Asked how a man might eat acceptably to the gods, Epictetus replied, "If when he eats he can be just, cheerful, equable, temperate, and orderly, can he not thus eat acceptably to the gods? But when you call for warm water, and your slave does not answer, or when he answers brings it lukewarm, or is not even found to be in the house at all, then to be vexed, nor burst with anger, is not that acceptable to the gods? But how can one endure such people? Slave, will you not endure your own brother, that has God to his forefather, even as a son sprung from the same stock and of the same high descent as yourself? And if you are stationed in a high position, are you therefore forthwith to set up for a tyrant? Remember who you are and whom you rule, that they are by nature your kinsmen, your brothers, the offspring of God. But I paid a price for them, not they for me. Do you see whither you are looking, down to the earth, to the pit, to those despicable laws of the dead? But to the laws of the gods you do not look." 35. When we are invited to a banquet, we take what is set before us, and were one to call upon his host to set fish upon the table or sweet things, he would be deemed absurd. Yet in a word, we ask the gods for what they do not give, and that although they have given us so many things. 36. Asked how a man might convince himself that every single act of his was under the eye of God, Epictetus answered, "Do you not hold that all things are bound together in one?" "I do." "Well, and do you not hold that things on earth and things in heaven are continuous and in unison with each other?" "I do," was the reply. "Else how should the trees so regularly, as though by God's command, at his bidding flower, at his bidding send forth shoots, bear fruit, and ripen it, as his bidding let it fall and shed their leaves and fold it up upon themselves, lie in quietness and rest? How else is the moon waxes and wanes as the sun approaches and recedes? Can it be that such vicissitude and alternation is seen in earthly things? If then all things that grow, nay, our own bodies, are thus bound up with the whole. Is not this still truer of our souls? And if our souls are bound up and in contact with God as being very parts and fragments plucked from himself, shall he not feel every movement of theirs as though it were his own and belonging to his own nature? 38. But you say, I cannot comprehend all this at once. Who told you that your powers were equal to God's? Yet God hath placed by the side of each man's own guardian spirit, who is charged to watch over him, a guardian who sleeps not nor is deceived, for to what better or more watchful guardian could he have committed each of us? So when you have shut the doors and made a darkness within, remember never to say that you are alone, for you are not alone, but God is within it, and your guardian spirit. And what light do they need to behold what you do? To this God you also should have sworn allegiance, even as soldiers unto Caesar. They, when their service is hired, swear to hold the life of Caesar dearer than all else. And will you not swear your oath that are deemed worthy of so many great gifts? And will you not keep your oath when you have sworn it? And what oath will you swear? Never to disobey, never to arraign or murmur at aught that comes to you from his hand, never unwillingly to do or suffer aught that necessity lays upon you. Is this oath like theirs? They swear to hold no other dearer than Caesar, ye to hold our true selves dearer than all else beside. "38. How shall my brother cease to be wroth with me? Bring him to me, and I will tell him. But to thee I have nothing to say about his anger." Okay, I better stop there. I will begin again at 38. Okay, thank you.